What what's a good word, everyone? I'm Kenny Varn, the owner of SportsBookS.com here on Facebook Live. Before we go to YouTube, where 95% of my stuff will be up on YouTube. We're gonna put all of our videos on YouTube. Today we got Penn State at West Virginia. Right now the point spread sits at Penn State as a road favorite of 8.5, with the total sitting at 52. What do we think about this game? This game starts with Franklin. Now, you know what? I might not have the most conviction in this game, but I do have conviction in parts on how one should handicap this. As I'm one who has done moneyline parlays, and I'm not afraid of them in a situation. Penn State will never be in that situation for me. And you know why that is? We're going to let you know why. But first, we have to tell you about SportsBookS.com, name of my site. And right now, until Saturday, until 8/31, we're giving buy one, get one free. On what? Our sports pick packages. We have all sports pick packages, which cover everything. Football is paramount, but we're going to throw in baseball, basketball, everything, anything we bet on. The key is buy one, get one free from now until August 31st. What does that mean? A week's worth of plays is 2. Or buy a month, get a month. Buy 3 months, get 3 months. We have week long, month long, 3 month long, 6 month long, and year long. Yeah, you can get 2 years for the price of one if you want. But we have any of those packages, buy one, get one free, so get in there today. So James Franklin is a big time key. He runs up the score. We know that at 7 to 24 point, or just up to a 24 point favorite, that he's won 18 of his last 20. 67% of the time he covers as a 10 point favorite. If they're up by 10 and they're favored by 14, they will put in the starters, get the cover. This is what we know about James Franklin. On the flip side, when it's a close game, you know he's going to lose. That's how we think of things here at SportsBookS.com. So this is why I would not take him in a money line parlay in this situation. The money's coming in on West Virginia, and I don't know if that's deservedly so or not. But as I look at this, like unlike Georgia, who right now we have them on the money line plus 100, as the other part of that parlay is already hit. Team like Georgia, we figure is going to win by the time the game's over. Franklin, I can't say that to. But do I like West Virginia in this game? The key is I would not put 2 teams in, make it someone else with Penn State. I would either give the 8.5 or not. And I have to get the slightest leans to Penn State, as I will always go with the best defense going. This dominant defense that let up 14 points a game. Now, the fly in the ointment is when they stepped up in competition, teams have been able to get after them. They're not stepping up in competition. Not that West Virginia is a bad team, but this isn't Michigan of last year. This isn't Ohio State. This is West Virginia. It's on the road, but it's in an early start, so I don't give that West Virginia home field mystique that people like to give them in this particular type of atmosphere. So, I mean, you look at some of the players gone in here and there. I always like to go on situations and naming every single player on the team. But with Drew Aller at quarterback, this is a guy that was able to complete 58%. But when it really came down to it, he was the check down Charlie of all check down Charlies. We have to admit that. But, you know, signs out of camp keep telling us that they're going to go downfield, downfield, downfield. And with Julian Fleming from Ohio State now healthy, they're going to have a little bit better on the outside going forward this year. So you might see a little bit different. There is a fly in the ointment, though, with this team. 3 NFL starters have departed. And we know when you get that good of an offensive line and they're all departing to the pros, that's a little bit of a, you take back. And again, you can flip that around and go, yeah, but these starters have started 5 or 6 games that are coming in and that are not officially starters. So it kind of goes back and forth. West Virginia, they do bring back. They're going to have an experienced offensive line, so that's good. Garrett Green. Now, the way these guys match up, I'm not like a big, huge fan of because he Garrett Green's in his second year, and I like him as a quarterback. Trust me, I really do like him. He was a 52% completion guy. I don't like that against Penn State. Why? Because that shows me they're dependent on the run, and against some teams that can run, I'm not sure against this outstanding front that they're going to be able to run enough to keep up. This is what makes me think, especially if you like West Virginia, especially if you like a close game, I would lean towards the under in that type of situation. This is a guy that had 16 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, and topped that with 13 touchdown runs. So a good 29-4 ratio right there, you got to like. This defense led the Big 12 in sacks with 33, but this wasn't anything close to a dominant defense. This is a defense that would fade as the game went along, and I fear that against a Penn State team that can semi-reload and still play players that started in half the games, despite losing 3 offensive linemen. And only 4 returning stars on defense for West Virginia doesn't set up well against something that Penn State has going. So I slightly disagree. I don't worry about line movements, but I've seen this thing come down. It's been as high as 10 during the summer. It's down to 8.5 now. Not sure it's going to make a premium play, but 8.5, it's starting to get down there. This is the type of thing with other schools, with a Georgia type, with a few others that we have out there, that we would love to moneyline parlay them with someone like here on August 27th, the Yankees, Garrett Cole versus Corbin, minus 210. And if you get a plus money type deal, but we can't do that with Penn State. Because I believe that if they have it up in a 4-quarter game, it'll just be like Georgia Tech. They will not pull it off. I don't trust James Franklin to pull the game off if this game is within 6, within 4, into the 4th quarter. Whether it will be or not, that's what we all need to decide. So I don't have a huge conviction in this game. If I had a free bet on this game, I would take Penn State and lay the 8.5, especially now that you got a good number for Penn State. If you're on the West Virginia side, I think you missed your best number. I don't know if it's going to go back up to 10, so now you're betting into a bad number. But when we took Georgia Tech, it went from 13.5 to 10.5. But we truly had big-time conviction that they would be in a 4th quarter game with Florida State. So we wanted to go from 10 back to 10.5 and then jump on it. But with this type of deal with Penn State, I could only, give in slight advantage to Penn State. So that's what we got. SportsHaveBalls.com is the name of my site. I think this would be a decent game. I will go with Penn State as an official play here on a video. But when you want our premium plays, the ones we really like, SportsHaveBalls.com is the name of our site. What do we have? Buy one, get one free, whether you want a week, a month, a year, 3 months, 6 months, 5 different packages. You decide what you want to have. We'll see you guys in the next video. Remember, come here to my YouTube channel and get all of this content for free. So we'll see you guys in the next video, and let's make money.